Green Bay played Philadelphia in Lambeau and they won 30-16. They improved to 9-3. And basically, this video is going to be breaking down, the key moments of the game, the players that stood out, a little bit of analysis, and just my opinions and reaction to what we saw. So let's jump right into it, man. I'm not going to waste no time. This segment is, called the 5 W's, and basically who, what, when, where, and why. The first W is who, as in who stood out. And to me, the standouts for this game was Aaron Rodgers, who became the fastest player in the history of the NFL to 400 touchdowns. The second standout of this game is Kingsley Keke. This is a guy who's coming into his second year. He hasn't really done much all season. He had a sack, I think, like in week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. Then he was hurt, or he had some kind of lingering injury. He really hasn't been playing that much. But today he had 2 sacks. The third standout to me, I'm gonna have to say, of course, Devontae Adams. The dude had 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards receiving. He caught Aaron Rodgers' coveted 400th touchdown ball. He also caught the 200th touchdown ball, which was the first touchdown of Adams' career back in whenever 2013 or so, whenever he was drafted. And I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I think I'm definitely older than him, but he's a grown ass man. He be playing like a grown ass man on Sunday, Monday, whenever the hell they play. Thursday, shit, they might even play on a Tuesday. God forbid, not because they catch COVID, but you know what I'm saying, some other team catch it or some shit like that. Like, and my fourth standout is Darnell. I call him average, or maybe I should start saying don't call him average, savage, because this kid for the last 2 weeks has made plays. This week he had the game sealing interception, or beautiful diving interception. If this was the Olympics, he would have got a 10 for that dive because it was flawless. Let's go to the next W, which is what, as in what was my biggest takeaway? I'll say my biggest takeaway was this team is really starting to hit their stride. Now, you could say it was against not the best of competition in the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears, even though both of these teams have really good defenses. Offensively, they leave a lot to be desired, but it's still like they dominated 2 weeks in a row, offensively and defensively, against teams that you're supposed to dominate that have good defenses. And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel better about this team. So that's really my biggest takeaway. When, as in when was the turning point? Usually I go with a play that Green Bay made, maybe offensively or defensively. But this week, I'm actually going to go with a play that Philadelphia made. The punt return for a touchdown, even though it came in the fourth quarter, it was really kind of the turning point to me, like as a fan watching it. And even like you can see the players on the field, their expression was like, oh shit, like we gotta not let them get too excited. We can't let the momentum get away here. And you can see though for Philadelphia, feeling themselves because they had just made a big play. Their rookie, the guy from TCU, Rager. He ran the kickback, and to that point in the fourth quarter, Green Bay was up. I want to say what 23-3 in the span of like 3 possessions. Everything got flipped upside down. They gave up a touchdown. Then they didn't, when they able to sustain their drive, they punt, and then they then give up another touchdown. So it's like 14 points in, like I said, 4 minutes or something crazy. Philadelphia had life. They had life, man. And if it wasn't for Darnell Savage making a play, really, Philly, they were moving the ball. Jalen Hurts came in the game and he was able to get some things going with his legs. He picked up a couple of first downs with his legs. He had the pass, he had the touchdown, like I said. So because before Hurts came in the game, they didn't give up a touchdown, the Green Bay Packers. They had only given up 3 points. And I feel like that's really was kind of the turning point of the game. The next W we got is where, as in where would I place this Green Bay victory on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm gonna give them an 8, like a solid 8. Honestly, they dominated pretty much the whole game, which has been, you know, something that we know that this team can do. We've seen them do this all year. They are a team of 2 halves, so they dominated all game. The defense still only gave up 10 points. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they got 7 sacks. Okay, they get the turnover. I mean, they didn't really. They had a couple of blown plays here and there, but it's like, you know, they bend it, but they didn't break. And they ain't even been as much as they usually been. So I'm not going to be, even though I didn't like to see it, I'm not going to be too hard on them. Okay. My last W is why, and basically ultimately, why did Green Bay win this game? They won the game because Aaron Rodgers is playing at an MVP level. Okay. Devontae Adams is virtually unstoppable. The defense has 7 sacks. They got pressure on both quarterbacks. And they won the turnover battle, even though it was only 1 turnover, and it came in the last couple of minutes of the game. A lot of big plays off of play action because they were running the ball efficiently with Williams and Jones. So quick, simple, 5 W's. It's your boy Godchild. First up, his name. Tune in next week for another Green Bay Unpacked Week 14 edition. And until then, as we like to say, you know what I'm saying, go Pack, go. Peace.
Stay in your gaps. They all get out of the gap just because of the motion, and then